And as much as we love Mike Tomlin, we have to be honest. It is year after year of showing promise, of giving hope, and then falling flat early on in the playoffs. There has to be some change in that pattern.
But just another Pittsburgh win.
Yeah, but all the way, Pittsburgh, you can't rule them out. You know, who knows?
No.
YouTube, you saw the intro, you see the title of this video. This is going to be the final video I make before the Steelers begin their season, because the season kicks off in less than 24 hours. And like all of you, I am very excited. I am very excited not only that football is back, as you guys have been seeing. I've been making a lot of NFL in general, content, but I am also the most excited to watch the Pittsburgh Steelers play football again. However, this is going to be a message to the Steelers, right? Coming from me and coming from all of the fans, because as I've, gone through the Twitter, I've interacted with other Steelers fans. I see what we're talking about. I see what we believe in. I see how we're feeling about this team. Nobody really gives a fuck that, we have Aaron Rodgers. Nobody really gives a fuck that we have DK Metcalf. No one really cares that there is going to be so much different about this season, because we've been hearing that this is going to be a different Pittsburgh Steelers since 2017, 2018. We have been in this endless cycle. It's like the laundry, the washing machine. It's just like circle, 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 circle. It's like we're doubted. Steelers fans have hope. The Steelers give us hope, and then we collapse. And then we lose in the first round, and it just keeps going over and over and over and over. We are all tired of that. Mike Tomlin, we are tired of it. And I know we have Aaron Rodgers on the screen, and it's not his fault, but there's a lot of players on this team whose fault it's not. There's Aaron Rodgers, there's DK Metcalf, there's Jalen Ramsey, there's Darius Slay, there is even Peyton Wilson. He's a new addition to the team. He's going into year 2. Patrick Queen. So many players on this team are new, but we are holding them to the expectations of not only the Steelers, but the failures we've had in the past. And granted, Aaron, it's not your fault we haven't won a playoff game in a minute. DK Metcalf, it's not your fault we haven't won a playoff game in a minute. Patrick Queen, Darius Slay, all these people, it is not your fault we haven't won a playoff game in a minute. However, that is just the situation we have found ourselves in. And so when we're talking about this season going forward, in my opinion on it, I feel like I've kind of illustrated how I'm feeling. Last season with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, I was very excited, right? I was super duper, very optimistic, and then we started it 10-3 or some shit. It was okay, we are going to at least win a playoff game this year. But, if we look back to the past and what has happened, we collapsed just like every other season. And so this year, even though we have Aaron, even though we have DK, Jalen, all these people, it has been very hard for me to get excited about this team. And maybe a lot of you guys out there are feeling the same way. It's just very hard for me I should rephrase that. I'm excited, right? Because obviously I love the Steelers, and I'm going to watch every game, and we're going to talk about the Steelers. I'm excited that football is back for Pittsburgh. However, I'm not optimistic about what we're going to do in the playoffs. Just like last year, just like all the seasons prior, I think we can win a playoff game. I really do think that it's going to happen. However, if we're just using the past as some kind of reference to the future, it's bruh, something's going to happen. Someone's going to get hurt. Players are going to argue. We're only going to score 3 points on offense in the first half, and the defense is going to let up 62 million points. That's just, what the past has shown me. And so it's hard for me to kind of suppress that and be optimistic. However, I am going to try my best. But the main point of this video is a message out there, right? And I don't have him on the screen. Like I said, it's just Aaron Rodgers on the screen. I didn't really go too hard with this one because, like I said, it's just a message. But the main message and the main point is to our guy Mike Tomlin, man, because Mike Tomlin, I've never seen anybody be able to benefit as much from a playoff win than Mike Tomlin can with his success already, because we all know Mike Tomlin has a ring. We all know he has playoff wins before. He's been to another Super Bowl before. We know he's had success in his past, and whether it's right or wrong, Nobody cares about that shit anymore. Like, it has all been washed away. It has all been swept under the rug. We do not care about what Mike Tomlin used to be able to do, because in the last 10 years, we just cannot get the job done. And this has to be the year we get the job done. There is already the built-in excuses of Aaron is kind of old and the offense is the offense. But we've been building these excuses for so long. We had Matt Canada, we had Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, all these like, whack quarterbacks, whack coordinators. But at the end of the day, Mike, you are the one who is employing these guys. You are the one who is having this influence on the draft picks. You are the one who is the coach. You are the one who is the figurehead for the team. You are the one who is probably going to be on the thumbnail. You are the face of the Steelers. And so, of course, right or wrong, we're going to point it at you. And there's only so long that I can shield you from all of these bullets that are headed your way. Like, hey, Mike Tomlin, his defenses are never ready to play. Block. Mike Tomlin, he never has the offense ready to play. Block. Mike Tomlin, he doesn't hire coordinators very well. Block. Mike Tomlin, he you know what I'm saying? His time management is horrible. Mike Tomlin, his defense doesn't work anymore, and just all of these things that are dead ass true. They're true. We have to be honest, they're true. But the good things that he does as well are true. He's a great motivator, he's a great recruiter, people want to play for him and all this stuff. Both sides can be true, but at the end of the day, the negativity sides, the ones that are the bad parts of Mike Tomlin, they are the first and foremost right now. They are at the forefront of Steelers Nation. They are at the forefront of everybody's mind. Not only Steelers Nation, but the NFL fans as a whole. Everybody is clowning you, Mike, and we just have to get it done. At the end of the day, we just have to get it done. This has to be the year. I cannot be on here unless we're going to just be ass, right? And I'm kind of branching. But if we're just going to be ass, if we're going to be a bad team, then let us be a bad team. But I can't handle another roller coastery ass year where it's we're dead ass a good team, but for some reason we don't get it done, because seasons prior, man, last season, I don't know what happened. I could cry thinking about it. We had so many players on this team who they left to go on their other journeys, and now they're winning on other teams, they're losing on other teams. There's been so many other things that have happened that hey man, it could have just been this team. That 2017 team, the Killer Bees, the fact we didn't get a ring with them, it breaks my heart. There is just no excuse for it. But getting a playoff win this year would kind of negate all of that. There's so many players that need to be vindicated because of this, because they've been Steelers. Cameron Hayward, he's somebody else that I think I have him on the screen right now, or I'm about to have him on the screen. But Cameron Hayward, we see what's going on with his contract battle. People are getting over Cameron Hayward. People are done with him. People are tired of him. If we can go on a run this year, it will vindicate all of that. But for now, it's very hard for me to believe that things are going to change, because they haven't up to this point. However, it only has to work once. The standard is a Super Bowl, but for God's sakes, we have to get a playoff win. If we're going to have a non-losing season, if we are going to win 10 games again, if we are going to, be a good team, we have to be a good team and win a playoff game. I don't care how we get there. I don't care who plays for us. I don't care who the quarterback is, the running back, the wide receivers, the defense. I don't care who was out there. If Cameron Hayward is out there, fantastic. If he's sitting out, then Cameron Hayward is sitting out. But at this point, I don't care. If we were coming off of playoff wins and we were this great, because we are a great organization, but just recently, if we just recently were the successful winning organization, then it'd be okay, Cameron Hayward, it's time for you to, go to a different team or whatever, or retire. But the fact that we've been sitting around, clowning around, goofing off, doing nothing, it's hey, why not pay Cameron Hayward? It's not we're doing anything else. It's not we're going to compete for a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? And that is the bed that the Steelers have made me. And I'm tired of sleeping on this bed. I wake up with back pain every single day because the Steelers, it's rough. It's hard being a Steelers fan. It has been, honestly, if you think about it, this offseason's been pretty peaceful, because the Steelers, we haven't had to watch the Steelers get our hopes up so much just to collapse at the end of the year. It has been very nice without this stress in my life. However, I wouldn't trade this stress for anything else in the world. I want it to happen. I want the Steelers to be successful. We all want the Steelers to be successful. I want Mike Tomlin to continue to be my coach, and a lot of people don't. But if he were to start winning again, then what is the bad things? Because once again, Mike Tomlin does a lot of good, not only for the team, but for the city of Pittsburgh, for the fans and everybody. If we could just get over this Mike Tomlin hate, we would be thriving. We'd be a beautiful nation right now. But the fact that we haven't won a playoff game, the fact that Mike Tomlin, he gets away with what he gets away with, and he's never really held accountable for everything. We get rid of everything else except for Mike Tomlin. The timeline is running out. The time is running out for Mike Tomlin. If shit does not work out this year, I can't foresee what else we can do. Like, besides the built-in Aaron Rodgers' old excuse, I can't see what else has to go besides Mike Tomlin. And so with all of that said, YouTube, ladies and gentlemen, the Steelers begin their season tomorrow. We have to get the job done. There's really no excuses. No matter what happens, if we don't get the job done, we didn't get the job done, and that's just that. We are going to see what goes on, from that point. However, I'm going to be optimistic here, and I think we are going to get the job done, and we are going to at least get a playoff win and maybe even win the Super Bowl. But with all that said, that is going to do it for me. Just once again, just a last-second message before the season started. I will see you guys tomorrow after the post-game victory against the Jets and Justin Fields. And anyways, this has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.